As we do at this time in our broadcast, we give the band the final note. And with us, Mad Iguanas, Foster Burton, Daniel Burton, and Charlie Wimmer. Can I call you Charlie? Charles, thank you guys for being with us, and thank you for your performance. First of all, I know people who may not have heard of you guys before wonder where that name came from.
Well, that's kind of a trick question. It's a song that Peter Tosh sang off one of his first albums, and just what he says and how he fades the song out, it sounds like he's saying Mad Iguana, and I thought it was a funny, cool band name, so we just kind of couldn't come up with one, and we had a show booked, so like that's what we're sticking with, and it stuck for 10 years, so it works out pretty good.
So you and your brother Daniel are founding members of this group. How did you all come together?
Well, I mean, we came together a long time ago.
Too long
ago. We played music together for a long time, and I needed a band for a festival, Hat-Biz Harmony Festival, and you know, I've known Charlie forever. We went to school together, and we all just kind of got up, had a few rehearsals, and went and played, and there's been some, you know, changes in the band, but you know, we've all just stuck together, and once we got together, it's just been we gelled right away, and just, you know, we just wanted to play music together, so we kept it that way.
Just kind of stuck.
Just kind of stuck, yeah.
So
couldn't get rid of these guys.
So you do original music. Who does the writing?
I do most of the writing, but we like to kind of, I mean, you know, we all like to have ideas. It's kind of open. It's not like, you know, strict all in stone. When somebody brings something, it's like, you know, you can have an idea, you know, we'll stop at the middle of it, hey, try this instead. So I bring a lot of stuff to the table, words and stuff, and then everybody writes their own part to it. It's theirs after I bring it to the table. So, you know, I don't, you know, write bass lines out and drum beats and stuff, and even the lyrics will change. But I do most of the writing, but Daniel does a lot of writing. His writing is different than mine. I think the approach is different, but there's nothing wrong. It adds diversity to our sets, adds diversity to our just song list. It's not, I play a lot of John Prine 3-chord songs, and Daniel's songs play all 12 and a half notes. So.
All of them.
Now, I know you guys said you're all self-taught, but Daniel went a step further and became classically trained. And you said you wanted to make music your career. You're a teacher as well. Mm-hmm. What do you get out of teaching the kids?
They have this energy that it keeps me going. I mean, not that I'm old, but I'm 31 and I get tired sometimes, you know. But I see these kids that come in, and I taught them something, and they'll come in the next lesson and they've either practiced that and are really excited about it, and some of them even go farther during that week, and to see that inspiration and that drive as a young kid, it's just like, yeah, I remember what that was like when I was learning. Definitely a different scenario. I didn't have a teacher, but I would look online or listen to something and learn, and I had that drive to keep learning, and I see it in my students, and it's like, yeah, I want to keep that going, and I do, and this band helps me do that.
How did you learn, Charlie? Did you do the same thing, look online? And
just a lot of bugging my mom from the basement. She got me a drum set when I was a kid, and I just kind of hit around on it till I figured it out.
What have you gotten from playing with these guys, especially for almost 10 years now?
Everything I know. I mean, it's
yeah, our practices were like us learning our instruments.
Yeah, pretty much.
We weren't very good, but at least we weren't very good. But at least we weren't very good together. We definitely grew together as musicians. We're all a lot better than when we first started. The thing was, we thought it was awesome then. And I go back and listen to some of the stuff. I'm like, oh goodness gracious, So we've all learned together musically. It's not even comparable now, which is fun though. Our friends liked it then. Luckily, more than just our friends like it now. It's just a compliment in its own. So.
And you all have stepped up at the festival playing too. You played Floyd Fest.
Yeah, we get a lot of love at Floyd Fest. We've had some really good sets. We had this one set, was it 2 years ago that Isaac played with us? Or was it last year? 2 years. 2 years ago, we had this kid, Isaac Hayden, who's just a beast on guitar. He came and sat in with us, and we just had great turnouts at Flea Fest. So luckily we're like there and had some good luck there. And we got our start at the Happiness Harmony Festival, which that was fun while it lasted. But we definitely like to play the festivals. That's definitely the market we're shooting for. So.
Well, that leads me to my last question. What's the future hold for Mad Iguanas?
Well, I'd like to get us on a CD one of these days if we could ever get to it. We've got like 30 songs, and that's what the joke was. Like our first album's going to be Anthology Greatest Hits, is what we're going to call it. So, but, I'd like to have some professional recording one of these days, and I'd like to keep writing. I'd like to keep progressing. We have Mark Nicholson on lead guitar, and he's bad to the bone. He brings this professionalism to the approach, his guitar tones and stuff like that. I hadn't played electric guitar before I was in this band. He's been doing it so long. I mean, the way he plays, the way he presents himself and stuff like that. So I think we need to capitalize on that and what we've learned in the last 10 years and try to put it on wax and let other people other than the people in Roanoke hear it, so we can expand musically and maybe play more festivals and see if we can create magic in the studio, because there are bands that sound great in the studios. There are bands that don't sound great in the studios, but we haven't had that chance yet to really go in seriously and do a serious recording, and that's what the future holds for us, is getting in there and seeing what happens with it.
Well, I want to thank you guys for being with us and playing for Roots to Rock. We really enjoyed it.
Thanks for having us. It's been great. I really appreciate it.